how we start our seeds and be able to get our seedlings growing in no time. I already started the I already did the seedlings paper towel method. I did the paper towel method already, and the seedlings I did it about a week or so ago, and the seedlings are past due to be transplanted into containers. So we have our seed starting tray over here with the light. I have the light over there. We're just gonna add some water in there later, but we can start with our uh, seed starting mix. So you can make your own seed starting mix. I have a couple of videos that shows you how to make your own seed starting mix. I'm gonna the next video I'm gonna use my own seed starting mix, but I just wanted to show you somebody that doesn't have a seed starting mix can get a seed starting mix like with this, with the Jeffy seed starting mix. Just cut it open. So what I'm gonna do is just pour a little bit of it into our container right here. That should be enough. So I'm just gonna use some warm water just to you want it to be moist. You can see the vapor coming out of the water. I'm gonna mix it up, and then before we add any more, just make sure that it's not too soggy. Let me know in the comments below if you guys started your seeds already, depending on where you are. This is really early for us, but what I'm planting right now, transplanting the peppers. Peppers take a long time, about 10 to 12 weeks for them to really get to transplant level. So especially that's why we have to start them very early, as soon as we can. And even though we have a lot of snow outside, we're gonna start them inside, so that way by the time spring comes, we have some healthy seedlings that we can use in the greenhouse or transplant them into the garden. So you want the seed starting mix to be really moist, and so that way the seeds have some moisture in them. You can see the vapor coming out of it. So you want it so that when you squeeze it like that, not a lot of water coming out. That's fine like that. We're gonna put them into this tray anyway, and the tray is gonna have some water at the bottom that's gonna weak the water up. So we have our seed starting mix right here. So if we see any section that's not really mixed with, we can mix it, but it looks perfect like that. Let me just show you like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up our tray. This, like I said, this is a seed starting tray. So it has a light. I'm gonna put a light on top later on. I'll show you guys that. And then we just want to fill it up. Like I said, I use the paper towel method to germinate the seeds, because pepper seeds take a long time for them to germinate. So I use paper towel method to germinate the seeds. If you haven't checked out, if you don't know what the paper towel method is, check out my videos. I have a lot of videos on various ways you can stack your seeds and speed up the germination. So check out those videos. If you guys want me to make another one from scratch and show you guys live, just let me know in the comments below. And tap the screen, hit the like button if you're liking the live so far. And let me know what you're growing this year, or what you plan to grow this year in your garden. So we grow quite a lot of stuff in our garden. And so we're starting our peppers right now. And so hopefully by April, May, this pepper should be ready to be transplanted into the into bigger containers that will grow in the greenhouse or into the garden itself. Hopefully around May, we're gonna be able to transplant it into the garden in May. But we're gonna be growing some peppers and quite a lot of different tropical plants, tropical vegetables like sweet bitter leaf and chia, water leaf. What else? We have a lot of other stuff. Okra. We're gonna plant tomatoes, a lot of herbs, and pumpkins, corn. So we gotta plant a lot of different things. So if you guys haven't seen, check out my videos. We have a lot of videos for our garden last year or um, the past couple of years. We have a lot of videos on the garden, and even and if you're on the my YT channel, I have videos from like 10 plus years ago that have been growing in the greenhouse and growing in the garden. So right now I'm just not compacting it too much, but just making sure that it's firm. It's not like this one right here. See, you just want to make sure that it's a little bit firm. If not, it's gonna just drop down as soon as you the water gets into it. Just want to make sure we're not pressing it too much inside. We just want to make sure that it's a little bit firm to the touch, so that way we can easily the water is gonna wick itself up. If not, once we have the water at the bottom, it's just gonna sink down in, and it's not gonna be good for the plant. So we just want to make sure that it's nice and firm like that. We are almost done filling up our container here, our tray. If you have any questions, comments, leave them. I'll try to answer as many of them as possible as we go along. So also, if you're starting seeds indoors, you're starting seeds with, especially like peppers and other stuff, you need a heat mat like this. The heat mat is gonna maintain the temperature on your seedlings, so that way they can thrive. So you want to make sure that you put them on the heat mat, and then the heat mat is gonna maintain the temperature, helps maintain a warmer temperature for your plants. So that is it. We're done with our tray here. So what I'm gonna do is just grab let me get some water. Just want to put some water in our tray, just so that way we're not moving it or lifting it up after we so just put a little bit, since this water right here that we have right here is a little bit warm. Just want to make sure that it's not too hot, especially we're gonna put ceilings in there right now, so it's good. It's regular room temperature water. So what we're gonna do now is transplant the seedlings that we have here into our container. So like I said, this one started germinating already. You can see. Let me just bring it closer. You can see this one started germinating already. And so we're just gonna try to gently move them into the tray over here. These are hot spicy peppers, so that's why we try to start them a lot earlier. So you can see like that. So what I'm gonna do is just make a little right there. Yeah, a couple of them in there, that's fine. Since we're gonna repot them later on, this is just to get them going. Then once they maybe get like 2 or 3 full leaves, then we can transplant them into their individual containers where they're gonna continue growing. So right now I'm just putting maybe 2 or 3 on each cell that we have. If we can separate them, fine. If not, just put them once the stems are a little bit stronger, we can transplant them. So now I'm just trying to make sure that at least they have some soil for them to get. And once they've germinated like this, they're very delicate. You just want to make sure you don't break the roots, because if you break the roots, they're not gonna survive. You just want to make sure you pull them out carefully. It's best if they haven't really attached themselves to the paper towel, but that's still fine. As long as the paper towel is moist, you can still easily pull them out like that. So we're gonna continue doing the rest. So let me know in the comments below what you think about my method. If you have a different method, a different way of doing it, let me know in the comments below. We have so many different ways of starting seeds. So if you are just doing starting seeds for the first time or second time, it's very easy to do. Just all you need to do is do your paper towel method, or just plant the seeds like that. And one little tip I want to give is, if you intend to grow, let me say 20 pepper plants or 10 pepper plants, just multiply the quantity you're going to start with. So if you, for example, if you plan to grow 10 pepper plants, plant 20 seeds, so that way you have enough just in case something happens, it doesn't germinate, or some of them don't do well. At least you have the option to select the ones that you need, and you can get rid of the rest. You can give it to family, friends, and stuff like that. But at least you have those seeds. It's better to have it and not use it than to want it and not be able to have it. So I always start more seeds than I need, and then I can give the rest to friends, families, and that way we ensure that we have our enough seeds for the garden. So the only time consuming part for this is just transplanting these seeds right here from the paper towel to the tray, because you have to carefully take out one at a time in order not to break it or destroy it. So you just have to be careful doing that. Another tip for starting peppers is, if you have peppers like this, you growing peppers love the hot temperature. So the hotter the temperature, the better it is for the seeds and the pepper plants themselves. But you don't want it to go too high, but they love the hot temperatures, like 75 to about 90. That they love those temperatures. And so if you have seedlings that you're growing, you want to have them in temperatures at about 70 to about 90, 95. They'll thrive in temperature like that. So we are transplanting our peppers into tray. If you're just joining us, we're transplanting peppers that we did a paper towel method, and we're transplanting them to our tray right here. And so if you're just joining the channel, or you're joining us for the first time, we grow a lot of different plants and grow a lot of different crops. Check out my videos on TikTok, YouTube, and other channels. We've been growing and recording our growth for at least the past 10-15 years. So check out the videos that we've had. Like I said, we have a lot of different videos on seed starting, various ways to germinate your seed fast, and how to grow different crops from corn to tomatoes, peppers, and many other ones. So this one is a little bit stuck on the, just put it like that. So like I said, these are the hot spicy peppers. So we're trying to make sure that we have them all in there, and you also need If you're growing indoors, you want to make sure that you have some grow lights. This tray comes with a grow light. I'm going to show you guys at the end. The tray comes with a grow light. So all you need to do is put water inside. Put water inside the tray. And like I showed you guys when I was doing it, you have to put water in there, cover it. And it's a self-containing grow station or seed starting tray. So we're done with this one. This is just a particular variety of the hot spicy peppers, and I'm gonna do the next one, which is this right here. Just put it over here. Okay, let me just check for a minute, see if there's any questions, comments before I continue. Let's see, any questions or comments? No, no questions. Okay, over here, let's see. Okay, so let's go back into our so here we have another, like I said, this is another seed starting process that we did. We did the paper towel method. We planted the put the seeds in here about a week ago. This helps us germinate the seeds a lot faster. This is a paper towel method. If you don't know about it, check out my video on the paper towel method. But this is a way of increasing the speed of seed germination. As you can see, this one already germinated. We're supposed to transplant this like 3-4 days ago. Already started producing some leaves. You can see right here. So what we're gonna do is continue transplanting them to this our tray right here. So this one that's already producing some seeds. So if you're just joining us, we mix our we mixed up our seed starting mix, and then we put them into this tray. We added some water inside the tray right here, and then now we're just transplanting these into the tray. You can see right here some of the seedlings that started germinating already. Seedlings that started germinating. So what we're gonna do is just continue taking them out and putting them on, transplanting them to this. So just make a little hole. I'm putting about 2 or 3 on each. Because this is just to let them start germinating, and then we can transplant them into their individual cells later on once they've produced at least a few leaves, and then we're gonna transplant them to just individual containers. So like I said, these are peppers. These are spicy peppers that we're trying to grow right now because they require a lot of time, about 10 to 12 weeks before the start of the season, for you, in order for you to get good results and be able to get the seedlings ready by that time. So you want to start them, your peppers early if you intend to to grow peppers like we're doing. So you want to start them early. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna be able to transplant them into the garden maybe like in May, but we want them to be able to at least be ready to be transplanted when we need to transplant them. In about a month or so, we're gonna move them to the greenhouse. Right now, we're gonna uh, grow them inside and maintain the temperature with the heat mat and then covering it with some plastics. So this one didn't have a lot of, we didn't put a lot of seeds on this one, but this is the most peppers we've really started early. We usually don't start it this early in January, but like I said, you always have to try different things. Last year we started like in February and it was a little bit late in terms of the season germinating time. So this year I decided to change and make it a little bit started a little bit earlier. So we're done putting our seeds in there. So what we're gonna do is just grab a little bit of the seed starting mix that we have. We just to coat it up a little bit. We're not really filling it up too much. It's just to cover the seedlings. Like I said, with the water that's in there, it's gonna wick up. It's gonna wick the water to the top. What we're gonna do is add just a little bit of water. So the first 3 layers, I didn't bring my marker, but you just also wanna, whenever you're transplanting, I know these they are the same variety of pepper. They're hot spicy peppers, but you want to label it just in case you have like 3 or 4 different variety of seedlings that you're growing. You want to label them. So I know these are just peppers that we're doing right now, so I don't really need to label these particular ones right here. But we are done transplanting our seedlings into this. So like I said, if I lift it up like this, you can see there's some water at the bottom. What I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of water down here just to make sure that it's gonna wick. That should be good, and then we're gonna check it regularly later on to make sure that it's doing well and that we have enough water in there. So let me get my dome. I'll put a dome over it. So I have the dome right here. So the dome, this, like I said earlier, this one comes with a light, and you just cover the dome like that, and you can regulate the humidity by opening or closing this up here. So we're gonna plug this in. Then you can also adjust it. Let me put this down here. This is the second one. I'm gonna use the second one later on, but right now I just need one of them. So I'm gonna plug it in. So that's it. Put the light on, and then we can adjust it. You can adjust the brightness, and you can also time it. So I'll put it, I don't know if you guys can see this, but with this right here, so this one comes, for the second one, it comes with 2 in a pack. I just wanted to show you guys this. You see when it's red and blue like that, it means it's gonna go for 12 hours. And so with young seedlings, you want to make sure that they have at least 8 hours of light on them for them to do well. So that is what we've been doing. Let me see any questions or comments before we go. Thanks everybody for joining. Let me see any questions. Any questions? So that's how you start your seeds. That's how you can start your seedlings, and then you'll be able to uh get your seeds going. So like I said, these are all things that you can easily get if you don't want to spend a lot of money. I recommend something like this, which is very easy and simple to do. It has comes everything with, you don't have to buy the light separate, you don't have to buy the tray or the dome separate. It comes together. I'll see if I can put a link for this in the below. I'll see if I can put a link for the stuff that I've used, even the mat and the mix over here. Like I said, I mostly make my own potting mix and seed starting mix, but I just wanted to show everybody that doesn't have the stuff that I have. You'll be able to make. You can use a seed starting mix like this, and you start your seeds, and in no time, like I said, this is a very simple setup. It comes with everything that you need except the heat. And once the heat mat is there, and then you put your seed in there, you're good to go. It's gonna maintain at least the humidity and the provide enough light for it. You don't have to touch it. Automatically every 12 hours it's gonna come on, and then it's gonna stay on, and then you just have to check it once in a while to make sure that one is doing well. Check the water level down there, and also see how it's going. So that is it. That's our seed starting for today. If you're not following me, follow me for more videos like this and more live like this, and don't forget to share. Thanks everybody. Happy growing everybody. Stay tuned for more videos and lives.